This is the Loud Lounge with yours truly, Selector Free, and today I have Chinese Assassin's own Dre in the building, man. Welcome to the Loud Lounge. We're not going to do much long talking. Let's get straight into it.
Go ahead.
So, Dre, there's a question I want to ask you. Where did the name Chinese Assassin come from?
Well, it originated from, I was not like the original part of the song. You know, I joined the team like in 2010. It started out like around 2000, like around 99, 2000. And it was brothers from Black China.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So the brothers, they said, let's just do something too. Because you had Bobby that had Black China.
Yes.
You know, and then his other younger brother Peter, he was the one that said, let me just do something, and he just came up with the name Chinese Assassin because, you know. So then I joined the team like a couple of years later on, though, that, you know. So that's pretty much it right there for that part.
Now, prior to you joining Chinese Assassin, who was the song that you was playing before?
Before that, I was on this local song from West Palm. It was Slaughter D. You know, and that was like 05 to 08, and before that there was this other song I had for TriStar.
Okay.
That's where I started in 1995, and I was there for a minute.
Okay.
You know.
So you've told me your different songs you played for. Were they always based in the Florida area?
In West Palm to be exact.
Okay.
Yeah, all the way from West Palm Beach. I've got to big up 561.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. So speaking on that, we'll talk about this, what I've got in my mind later. As a touring selector, where have you toured, and what were your tours that actually gave you the crest to say I'm a Chinese Assassin touring DJ?
Well, joining the team.
Yeah.
And I know it was big already.
Yeah.
You know, and the name that they had. So, because I always listened to their mixes.
Yes.
You know. So it was pretty much like, yo, I need to get recognized too.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, this is a good break right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, had the talent because I started in 95, and I was like doing a whole bunch of remixes and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of them, you know. And they heard it. I put some to them, and they was like, not bad, you know.
So what was it like having that conversation and getting the go-ahead that Chinese Assassin wanted you in their camp?
It was more like, I would say like anxious. And I was like, you know, like, I need this. Yeah. You know, because, you know, in the beginning of everybody's career, they were like, yo, the hustle is strong.
Yeah.
And they need it.
Yeah.
You know, and they want that real bad. Blood, sweat, tears, and everything.
Yeah.
You know, because they want to go out there.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, everything was just, I would say like, time.
The timing was right.
Right. Timing was perfect, yo.
Okay.
It was just perfect.
So thus joining this, the team, and becoming part of the Chinese Assassin brand.
Yeah.
Where are the places you have toured to date?
Well, we did Canada, all of Canada. We did the Caribbean. We do Bahamas, Cayman. We went even down to Trinidad, Guyana. We did most of the Caribbean that I did.
Yes.
But they had other tours that's in Europe too. They hit Europe, they hit Japan. But that's in the beginning. Some was coming up to me, but I was like, no, let me stay on this side. I ain't really worry about the European side as yet, you know. But
so you could kind of say you're nervous about traveling?
No, not nervous. I just wasn't ready for Europe.
Okay.
I just wasn't ready for Europe. But I'm ready now.
Okay.
You know, I'm ready now.
And by saying you wasn't ready for Europe, let's talk about that.
Okay.
Because as a traveling selector, as you're touring, you realize the vibe and the concept of how they understand reggae
That's the
changes
thing. Right.
to where you go.
Right.
So let's talk about, I have an understanding of why you say you wasn't ready to go to Europe, but let's let the viewers understand why. Because a lot of people believe that reggae is the same everywhere you go. Where Miami vibe is different than being in the heart of the Caribbean.
Right.
But it's also, you're in the US being in Miami, it's different than playing up in New York or say in New Jersey or Boston.
It's just different. It's just different because for the fact that the way how dancehall is.
Yes.
You know, it's the tempo, the speed, you know, it's the constant talking.
Yes.
It's the playing music for like even 3-4 seconds and going to the next one.
Yeah.
So it's different. You know, the pace is wholly different. You know, for Europe now, it's more like you can't really rush the songs.
Yes.
You can't rush the song. They love reggae music.
Right. They have, how do I say it, a deeper appreciation.
That's the word.
Of what
they
it is.
appreciate that
And
big time. They appreciate it.
And what we can say from the Europe side, traditional rhythms mean more to them than how it is over this side.
Right.
One more dancehall, the energy, what's popping now bass, we're over there. The classical rhythms like Lovers Rock is a big thing in Europe.
Very big.
You know what I mean?
Very big.
You also have to understand the concepts of where you're playing and what's popular there.
Right.
So how do you do like your groundwork for when you go to different parts? Like going to, you say you've been to Guyana, Trinidad, and different parts of the Caribbean. How do you do your groundwork with you not physically being there? How do you set an understanding of what the climate's like?
I have to listen to a local DJ. I listen to them, and then I hear how he puts his stuff together. Then I bring my stuff together.
Right.
You
So
know,
you do a collage.
Yeah, I just
of both.
Yeah, I just want to just know like how he's playing, how fast he's playing, and then most important now, it depends on what kind of party this is.
Right.
You know, if it's like a young crowd, you know, certain songs. If it's like an older crowd, certain songs. If it's mixed, you know what I'm saying? We
and that will show your versatility.
Right.
Understanding the crowd that's in front of you.
Right.
Now, a question I'm going to ask you, since you're a touring DJ, what would you say would be your groundwork of actually being foot in the place that you are before you play at the party? Would you rather come in the night before, 2 days before, so you can actually get a physical presence and understand the vibe?
2 days is good. Most selectors, I recommend at least 2 days just to see and to hold the vibe and to feel it, just to see what the country got.
Okay.
You know, just to see what it, because I mean, you have to adapt to it.
Yes.
This is not like your home base. This is totally different. Okay. They love music. Don't get me wrong. You know, but it's just that the way how, you know. But you can you can do some of your stuff too, and they would adapt to it. They would like it because it's something different. And that's what they're looking for too.
Yes.
They're looking for something different. You know.
Okay. Now, we've had a conversation.
Yeah.
What is your actual background? Like.
Fully Jamaican.
Okay.
Fully born in Jamaica. Definitely raised in Uptown, you know, or off of Lady Musgrave, and had cousins in Harborview. So back and forth on that side. But fully, yeah. Came to the States in when I was about 14.
Okay.
Yeah, 14.
And how was the adjustment? Understanding the Jamaican lifestyle that you was used to, and now coming to a place that has a different pace of life.
But the pace was just that I'm seeing white people. I mean, you know, you see different white people. You know, even going to school, and you know, you got white kids, and then you got kids that's 18. They got a full beard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at school. I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
you got kids that's pregnant.
Yeah.
This is just a change. It's just you know, because I mean, I never see that in Jamaica. Never seen, like, even when I was going to KSC, Kingston College, you know, I mean, the sixth forms, they didn't have like full beards like that. I don't know because if you have to be shaved clean, but you can tell if somebody's shaved. You can see.
Yeah, these stubbles and stuff.
Yeah, but in high school up in America, yo, they had full beard.
So it was your culture shock at first?
At first, yeah. And then I got used to it because then I found more Jamaicans there, you know.
You was able to meet people that gave you a relation of it.
Yeah, there was Jamaicans there. They just came up. Some just came up too. Then they got
Now,
you know.
you say West Palm Beach, Florida.
Yeah.
Florida is now, I can say, a mecca of sound system culture, where you have like Tony Matarons down there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about Jagabee.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also talk about my good friend Reem from Champion Squad.
Right, big friend.
You know, you got Chinese Assassin, we'll put you in there. You got Black Chinese.
Right.
So how you would say the climate of the dancehall arena and part of its popularity changed when you first got there to what the scene is now?
First got there, well, it's changed because things and times it has to change. You know, the 90s was a good era.
All right.
For dancehall, that was a real good era. You know, I would say, like, I don't even know how I would really answer that, but for the change, I mean, it's just, I would just say the 90s was just really a good era. Okay. It was just a really good era at that time, you know.
Speaking on your Jamaican roots,
mm-hmm.
and we're going to go a little bit more, when did you start DJing?
Mm-hmm.
Who were your icons that you looked up as a youngster, just breaking into the business, that you took different parts of him, or his micing, or the way he juggles, to emulate the style that you now have? Like, who were some of the icons you could say?
Growing up listening to Tony Mataran, Firelinks, Juxi Killer from Travelers, even Super Twitch from A Freak.
Yeah.
You know, they were like most like the ones that I always listen to. Even what's his name from Stone Love? Malcolm X.
Rory. Say Rory or not?
Rory. No. I would say more like Malcolm X and what's this other one? I forgot his name. Jeez.
Jeepus?
No, not Jeepus.
Billy Slaughter?
No, not Billy Slaughter.
Bill Cosby?
No, not Cosby. Cosby was good too.
Yeah.
There's another one. Shoot. I spoke to him like 2 years ago to see if he was all right. Because he has his own sound right now.
Richie Feelings?
No, not Feelings. I spoke to Richie.
Jet Li?
No, not Jet Li. This was in
the
90s. It was, yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah. I'm going through the who.
And when you hear the name, wait till when you hear the name, you're gonna be like, oh yeah. He was in the 90s. He was in the late 90s, yo. He was We're gonna have to come back to that. I can't remember his name for save my life. Damn.
So when you broke on the scene in the Florida area,
mm-hmm.
what was like your transition coming from like a traditional Jamaican background of how you juggled, now being put in like an American scheme of it? Was it the same, or was it different? Understanding a different concept of
it was the same. It was the same because I was playing music down in Jamaica already, just playing, just hanging out with friends. So it was pretty much the same. The only thing just different was just to add hip hop.
Yes.
It was just to add hip hop. No winter.
Because they to switch it up, so the versatile. So.
You know, that was just it, because with in Jamaica when they're playing, they're doing the early warm. They're doing early warm. They you know, I'm there with them, just hanging with them. So I know how, so I see how they did it. They were playing Bob Marley, they were playing Cocoa Tea, they were playing Nadine Sutherland, they were playing all the singers, them, you know, Johnny Osborne, John Who, all of them. And it was just, you know, and I heard this guy, he was just listening. I was just around him because the host, my cousin host in Harbour View, was a sound down the road.
Yeah.
You know, so I would just go down there and just be sitting on the fence listening to him.
Right.
You know, so I learned it because it was either that or football.
Now, were you good at football? Be honest with
I was good. I got injured when I came up in America. I was good. I would play right back.
Now, it's nice that we talk about the warming up and the concept of a dance. Is there tools that we need to tell the modern day selectors to understand the true traditions of a real dancehall vibe?
I mean, just tell them that they need to listen.
Right.
They just need to listen to the elders and at least listen to some
good audios.
Some good audios that plays from the 80s, the 90s, just to see how it is. You don't have to depend on now tune.
Right, because what I'll tell you, we're going to throw it out there. What I find is, we'll call it this Serato generation, don't really have an understanding of how to plan a playlist or understand the concept of a traditional dancehall setting on building a vibe. A lot of guys will go out there and give you the top 10, but they don't understand the chemistry, how to create a vibe, set the pace.
Right.
So you have, you know what I mean? So let's give them some incentive from your perspective.
My thing is my thing on that is because I think what they're doing is they're chasing it. They're chasing the forwards. They're chasing the whole thing because they need to get recognition.
Right.
Because in the game, it's just so funny that new kid can just come in and play top 10 and he win the dance.
Yeah.
You know, because the people then would be like, yo, him go on.
Yeah.
He's good. We need him on everything. You know what I'm saying? Because they want it.
Yeah.
So they gonna play that.
Yeah.
I mean, they just need to understand that, yo, you got to creep before you walk. You can't just go straight into the...
Right. And I think social media has gave these guys, I can boss big. And one thing that a lot of people's not going to like, I think money pull up changed the dynamic of dances too. Because guys would play certain tunes
just
to get the money pull up and get the forward, but get the hype. You know what I mean?
It's I would say I'm not with it and I'm not against it.
Yes.
But
it's a timing for it.
It's the culture. It's part of it.
Okay.
I think it's just part of it. That's they invented it.
Yeah.
So we just roll with it. I mean, if it hasn't withered down yet, and it's been, I think it's going for like 8 years now.
Yeah.
It's going for like 8 years.
Yeah.
And it hasn't withered down because it's you know, but they do chase it because a lot of them chase the money pull up now because the promoters are not paying enough money. You know, that's and I will vouch for some of them because I mean, like, yo, I get it.
Yeah.
But you have to set your standards of how much you want and let them know that's what you want.
Right. And then we can look at it as a business perspective. Sometimes you have to tell a promoter, no, I can't play this dance.
Right.
Because you have to respect your brand and what you're standing for.
Which is true.
You have a lot of guys that will play for chicken feed. And then the promoter thinks, well, what I paid him is equivalent to what I paid you. And sometimes those are those complex conversations that you have to a promoter. You talk about your years of experience,
right?
The versatility that you're known to have and what you can do,
right?
So this stands behind my price. But you find a lot of young selectors are so quick on the money, they actually cut the value of the industry. You know what I mean? Like, say your going rate, you'll say it's $400.
Right.
I'll play this dance for you $400. Some of the younger selectors say, I'll do it for $150. And that's the part that hurts.
It hurts big time, but
it hurts big time.
It's part of the game. It's the same way even with renting out equipment.
Yeah.
It's just part of the game. But I mean, keep in mind, you pay for what you get.
Right. And a lot of the times, if a promoter's not been in the business to understand it, he looks at it more. You find promoters are looking on as a money thing, but understanding what a party truly is supposed to be.
Which is true. That's true.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
to each his own. But they a lot of them, they need to like understand, like, listen, yo, even though there's a value in the game and you trying to make your name, I know you want to go the cheap road.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yo, you got to put in
To get out.
exactly.
And some promoters, and we'll put this out there, don't believe in taking a loss in the beginning to make good money.
But you have to lose. I mean, like,
But you have promoters nowadays that don't believe in a loss.
and then leave the game. Then you need to pack up your things and go on about your business. Then
So we're going to talk about, you're known as a juggling selector in Chinese Assassin.
right.
And you've done your tours. You explain the different parts of the Caribbean, how you went to Guyana, how you went to Canada. Which date to date has been an iconic moment in the career
all
of
of
you?
them, yo. They've been wonderful. They all been wonderful. It was always because I went in there confident, and I went in there knowing what to do, you know, and I'm playing music
Something that you love.
and something that I love. So I went there with all my heart and everything, and it just enjoying myself. I was happy. So every moment was wonderful.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was just wonderful because it's something that I love.
Okay.
You know.
Now we're talking about your juggling aspect. Is there ever a chance we could get Chinese Assassin in the Clash arena? Would you be
Of course.
open for that?
Of
and
course.
trying?
Oh yeah. I'm missing. With the Clash thing, I'm always ready. You know, but the only thing I just really put up, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's a business.
It's expensive, boy. And I mean, I get it. You know, but I mean, if I was on a different zone that was full of caliber, I would have been trouble.
Yeah.
I would have been trouble.
Okay.
I would have gone around and give trouble. You know, but we're not being. Chinese Assassin is not about the class thing, and I get it, and I have to just. But we could pull off something. We could pull off something.
Now, speaking of you pulling off something, we'll throw the Bermudian ring out there and the international ring. A divorce said, I want to invest some dollars and get into this ring. Who would you like to clash on a local stage in Bermuda? And then we'll go into the international stage. So I'm going to throw some names out there for you, and you let me know who you'd be interested in.
You didn't even have to throw any one of them because it's fun for me.
Okay.
It's fun for me.
Okay, well, we're going to throw it out there because, you know, his behind the scenes.
Right.
We'll throw Prophecy out there. We'll throw Young Guns.
Okay.
Remember, Young Guns is a heavy hitter.
I'm a friend of that.
Yeah.
I'm a good friend of that.
We would throw Hollywood.
Okay.
I would also throw a Young Gunner. My good friend Fire Reds of One Life Song.
Okay.
That's somebody you need to watch. Okay. And we can also throw one of your good friends, as we would say, Mr. Genius.
I can't class Genius. Oh gosh. I'm a friend that, yo. I can't.
Yeah,
you know what we can do is with Jason, we can do a double plate showcase. We can do a showcase.
An expo.
Yeah.
We'll call it a double plate expo.
Yeah, we can do a showcase. You know, Young Guns showcase. I can't. Because when I get hype in the class, yo, I don't want to tell them nobody word. And I'm a friend of them.
But then you have to realize, and we'll put it out there, that I'm understanding myself. Because a lot of guys know I'm a sound man, awesome sound. And I'm into the business.
Right.
But the conversations are coming to me to get in the Clash arena.
Go ahead.
So now I have a thing, and I've talked with Worm and Dillinger Bass Odyssey about this on a personal level. And I said to him, the thing about it is, the disrespect bothers me.
Yeah.
From me being a guy, I don't have my mother or father her.
Okay.
The whole suck your
Condolences.
mother
Right,
and
okay.
stuff like that there.
Right.
It hurts me more because I take it personal. It's like, you never knew my mom and daddy. How can you be
Right.
disrespectful?
Yeah.
But then I also understand the aspect, clash is like a boxing thing.
Right.
Where I'm going to throw shots to get at you,
Yeah.
to get at me. So now, as Bermuda can see, I'm gracefully stepping into the ring.
Go for it.
Stepping into the ring and understanding it, and also have the proper mind frame that what you may say may bother me on a spiritual, mental level, but I have to realize this is business,
Right.
and understand it for the business aspect.
Right.
On the stage, how we say, I call Clash WWF. We do a mass performance in front of everybody,
Right.
but at the end of the day, I could greet you and
We'll
say, you
shake
know
hand.
what,
Good
shake
job.
hand, let's have a drink,
That's
it's no
it.
sour
And that's
feelings.
it. That's my thing about it. At the end of the day, it's nothing serious.
Right.
It's just gonna be that, like, when we listen before the clash, we be cool and everything.
Yeah.
You know. Once we enter the arena, it's like,
I'm no longer your friend.
nah, I don't know you right now for the next 3 hours right now.
Yeah.
So you stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here. I'm going into my phase right now. I'm thinking about how I'm going to deliver. That's it.
Okay.
You know. But at the end of the day, it's nothing intentional. It's never ever gonna be nothing intentional.
And that's the stage I'm now fully understanding. So Bermuda, I can honestly say, look for me getting the Clash
Go for it.
Arena
You're gonna
soon.
love it. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
You're gonna love
My
it.
opponent is yet to be called.
Yes.
But it was be surprised who I would like to get in the ring first.
Who is that?
He's my friend. But you're not drawing me out. I knew the saw
I think you
business.
should call his name.
Nope, not today.
Why not?
I'm gonna learn today. You are not drawing me out. It's a tactic that I use to other people. It's not gonna work. But Bermuda, stay locked. You will see awesome in the arena soon.
All right. I'm looking forward for that.
Yeah,
I love it. I just love
I
the
would like
talk.
for you to fly down.
I
and
will.
even use you as a guest
I will
host
I will be
or a guest judge.
I will be happy.
Yeah. Who knows? I might put it out there. It might be awesome against Chinese assassin.
Hey.
Who knows? You know. You know.
That's right. It's all good.
Who knows? My first scalping could be an international selector.
Hey.
Not saying it's you, but you know.
Hey. Hats off to you, chap.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into an aspect of where do you see yourself as Dre, the branding, and where would you like to play in the future, and also the branding of Chinese assassin in the future.
Definitely Dream Weekend. I would love to be hitting up Dream Weekend. Some other stuff, some other big stage in Europe that
Festivals
they have.
like you could say Rotterdam, and
right?
stuff like that
Like
there.
those, like those. No,
Yeah.
need to get up into that right now. Whatever is like a big thing, like even what's here for cup match again. That's a good one too.
Carnival.
Yeah, all of that. Carnival no, it's Carnival is a bit crazy.
Yeah, elaborate on
It's
that. Why you say that?
it's a bit crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, it's just music.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just crazy.
Okay, because speaking on our carnival, we have an event that I'm gonna push. It's called We Love Dancehall, and it's to the good people out of Nova, Mass. And that's an event I look forward to on the carnival weekend, because carnival weekend got really labeled as his old soca, but the steps that we're taking with our Bermuda carnival is a respect of all Caribbean genres of music.
Right.
So We Love Dancehall means a lot to me as a guy that's into dancehall thing. I actually get my dancehall event to go in during the carnival weekend.
Okay.
So the year that just passed, we actually had King at Ease.
Okay.
We had Jazzy T from Renaissance.
Okay.
Young Guns got put on the table too, as well as Soldier One. And there's a dances where we can put to you, you're versatile.
Right.
It's not just, it says we love dancehall, but you gotta show your versatility.
Right.
And things I saw in Kingpin, in Jazzy T, that I really liked and understood the concept of what the promoters were trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think you would be a great heir to that.
Looking forward for that. Okay.
Yeah,
I need them to reach out to me then.
We can give you the contacts. Where you go
Right.
from there is up to you guys.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. I would love that.
Now,
That sounds good.
is there any sound systems yet, because you've done your touring, that you would like to say was on my bucket list that I have yet to play, or I could say I enjoy playing alongside?
It's a lot. Mataran, Lynx. Never played. Did I play again alongside Adi? Never played alongside Adi's.
Okay.
But Mataran, Lynx, Twitch. A lot of songs from Toronto.
King Turbo.
Yeah. Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver. Those DJs over there. Those songs over there. Come down to in the US. You got like some even from Atlanta, from Virginia.
Right.
It's you know, it's Stone Love.
Yeah.
You know, it's a Young Hawk.
Yeah.
For Jamaica, Rich Squad, Richie. What's his name? Little Richie, Rich Squad. Even Renaissance, them Jazzy T, Delano, them.
Because now ain't they apparently based in Florida, right?
Yeah, they're in Miami. They're in Miami.
Yeah.
They're in the heart of Miami right now. Waggy T. You know.
Now Baggy T is a stronghold for anybody that's Florida, like, because when Baggy T came here, I was impressed, but I'm also a fan of dancehall, so I'm listening to a lot of audio, and I was like, I actually want to meet this Baggy T, and I actually got to meet him. I was like, yeah, this guy,
Yeah.
because it's equivalent to, we'll say, outside of that freak.
Yeah.
He's like a Stern Love type of guy for the Miami area.
He's a big,
like how they say at Freaks, like the Stern Love of
Right.
New York. You could consider him like the Stern Love,
yeah.
a real big general of the Florida area.
Oh, definitely Waggy T. Oh yeah, he's been around for years.
Yeah.
Years. He's a big deal.
Yeah. Well, we also want to talk about, how do you feel the state of reggae and the state of dancehall now?
I mean, it's to me it's fine, because the young talent, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people out there, they're saying, yo, dancehall is not the same and reggae music is not the same. I think you're disrespecting Skeng, Shensia. You're disrespecting some of the young, they coming up.
Right, but it's nice that you said that.
Yeah.
But what I try to make people understand is that things evolve. So for us saying what a
Right.
90s generation, to the people that from the 80s, they didn't look down on us, but they didn't understand
Right.
because we was the younger generation.
Right.
Those now that have the 90s mentality are not evolving
Right.
to understand that reggae has got a next chapter.
Of course.
Outside of what you grew up on, this is the next generation.
That's right.
So we need people to understand the evolving of reggae.
that's
It can't
all
be
it
the
is.
same.
It can't. It definitely
like
can't.
my one thing to say is I miss rhythms.
Right. Okay.
A lot of these, the
Right.
newer selectors have this one song, like one drop song,
Right,
so
right,
one
right.
rhythm. I love playing a rhythm where you got 4 or 5 bad artists on
the
one
rhythm,
rhythm.
right.
That's one thing that I would like to say to the younger artists. You don't have to do it all the time, but bring it back for us.
Try to bring it back. Well, they bring it back. They
Yeah.
do. They do put in the work. It's just that, I mean, it's like some of the songs, they just need to be pushed more.
Yeah.
They need to be pushed more. That's it. And there's it's the island, the Jamaica, the island right now is full of so much talent for the reggae music artists, them to come up. It's
Yeah.
It's so much out there. It's
But
just
we
that.
can say the difference is from this generation to our generation.
Mm-hmm.
People were social icons in our generation from word of mouth. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now
right.
this generation has a tool called social media.
Right.
Your Instagram, your Facebook, your TikTok,
Right.
your Twitter
Right.
can push you, but it's the understanding of how to brand it and use it.
Right.
They have the tools that are there, but they have to know how to use it.
They
for
have to know how to
themselves.
use. I mean, they're using it.
Yeah.
So you think there's something wrong to the way how they're using it?
I don't believe it, but some people, I say, you can push more
Right.
and do better with the tools that you have.
Okay.
Where you'll see one artist, his on own platforms, you get the buzz to your phone talking about he's dropped a new song. We get other artists that are more laid back than others. You understand?
Right.
Right. Say you got this platform, use it to its full capability to push your brand.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Not
Like
bad.
those days of sitting on your couch waiting for a call, nowadays you gotta push yourself where you gotta make the call to touch base to create the calls coming in.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
Pretty much like just get your hustle on. You gotta
So
go out there.
what we're gonna do now is refer to a certain party we did for my good friend Wild Apache. It was a cop match fever party we did.
Right.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that night, how it was a good lineup. I have my good friend, shout out to my good friend Jagger Movement
Jagger, yeah, I
from
remember
Boston.
Jagger,
So
yeah.
it was me and Jagger,
Right.
and it was yourself and
Genius, Jason.
yes. Now let's talk about that night because you were surprised.
Go ahead. You gotta remind me now. This was
No Chinese. Trey, you're showing your age, bro.
Nah,
You know,
'cause
don't be
it's
fooled
so
by the
much.
baby face lady.
no. It's just it's so many of that. It's so much of that. I gotta go
Yeah,
back.
it was
into
a
the
night
bar.
that we was doing old versus new.
Right.
And
I didn't even remember.
believe it or not, the younger selectors in the business, me and Jagger got the old school, and
And
you
we
and
had-
Genius got the new school.
What did we play? I know we was playing.
It's on YouTube. If they want to
Because-
see it, it's on YouTube.
Genius was wheeling some songs. I know that. He
Yeah.
did a wheel some good song for us, and
Yeah.
we were just vibing and
Yeah.
you know, and the old school. I remember
I went to my super.
you went to the night. Yeah, you went to some early 90s where I remember the Super Cat. Yeah, I remember the Super Cat.
Yeah.
The Admiral Bailey.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah.
digging up the file right
Yeah.
there. But it was,
Ladies, don't be fooled by the baby face. He may use a little Beijing 56 to darken up the hair, but you're
Just let it flow.
officially showing us that
I'm
we
up
can
there.
now call you
I'm up there.
Father Dre.
Uncle. I'm the uncle now. I'm not no father. I'm uncle.
Uncle Dre.
Uncle Dre.
Of Chinese
Yeah,
assassin.
it's not, I'm no brand as the uncle now. I can't believe this.
Yeah.
You know.
And also got a shout out to my good friend Apache.
Definitely.
Because that was a good dance.
Yes, it was.
Looking forward to a part two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A part two.
You want a part two?
Yeah, we would like that.
Yes.
Definitely.
So on behalf of the Loud Lounge, this has been a very interesting interview.
Wonderful,
with you, Dre.
yo. It was wonderful. You know.
But before we
What's up?
get out of this, let's talk about tonight, man. Where are you tonight? What's the vibes going to be like? What Chinese Assassin has to bring tonight?
We gonna bring everything. We gonna bring the fire, yo. We gonna be a juggling. It's gonna be so, man. It's gonna be intense. The dancing is gonna be. I'm gonna even dig up some of the dancing songs them that in Passa Passa where they didn't hit like it didn't become like a mainstream.
Right.
You know.
So you're telling me tonight you're gonna have
I'm
outside of
going-
the box.
Yeah,
selected.
I'm going like really like deep into like just like when you had like Ricky Blaze, you had
Yes.
Merital.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? We going.
So-
I'm gonna go that road to
All right.
you know.
So we're gonna tell the people that are coming, come to dance.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not a post up, be on your phone all
put on
night.
your dancing shoes.
But let's
and,
also talk about the other acts that will be on there. We have Prophecy.
Big up.
with Lava Ross and
That's
good
right.
friend Kumba.
Right.
We also got Prezi. Gotta
Right.
put Prezi in there.
Got to.
And then we also got Mr. Genius.
Mr. Genius is there too.
And then we're also going to talk about the young shooters. We're going to say Fire Blacks and Zedo.
Yeah.
You know, and then we
Right.
also got to talk about Bermuda Squad, Black Blingers,
Bling,
and
right.
Hot Steppers.
All right.
And it's all going on tonight at Somerset Cricket
Somerset.
Club.
Right.
Normally people like to come late. This is a party on the entire Bermuda. You want to get there early. It's not a 12:30, 1:45 rule up.
Come on,
Be there. I'm going to flip the script. 11:15 to get a real concept of this. And on behalf of the Loud Lounge, we appreciate this.
Respect.
Great interview, Chad.
Respect. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
All right. And a blessing.